Welcome back everyone to Just Minecraft, where if I am correct, based on what day it is today and how long it takes to edit and upload and everything, I am pretty sure this video is going up in December. And if this video is uploading in December, that means it's Christmas. That's just how it works on the server and everything. If it's the month of December, it's Christmas. Which means it's time for us to get a little bit festive. And what that also means is it's another episode of not working on my base. Let's go. Who's got an ally here? But I'm just gonna go and take my bed, dump all of this useless stuff that I'm never going to use. And we're gonna go on a little adventure because I have something which I need to show you guys. Okay, I believe it is somewhere around here. Oh, yep, that will be it. Welcome, everyone, to the Christmas district on the server. And this is nice and close. Like, you know, we're just a little bit away from our base. And as a matter of fact, there's actually, like, a nice possible train connection here. That will be useful. What was that? Oh gosh, what happened? I think a snow golem threw a snowball at a creeper. But okay, anyway, back on track with what we're doing. We are over here in the Christmas district. And I would like to work on helping get this place a little bit more festive and everything. Because, like, as you can see, I mean, there's plans for a tree here. And other than that, there's not really anything else. But I like Christmas, and I feel like there's a lot of different opportunities for things we could build here. And the thing that we're going to be doing today, I want to do a nice little cute train station, which I am just now realizing is my second train station on the server. Do I just really like trains? But no, I would like to set up a train station here, and I will admit, I kind of turned up not knowing where I was going to put it, although since I have been here for like just a couple minutes and walking around and stuff, I feel like up here. Because imagine this, I don't know if there's actually going to be a tree here or if that's just like marking out that this is a Christmas district at least and everything, but like if we're up here, given the fact that the rest of the server is all located over in this direction and everything, you can kind of imagine like a train line coming over the hill or through the mountain, and it comes through and it loops all the way around here with a nice little pretty bridge and then just comes in here. And once it stops here, of course, everyone can get off, and you have this nice view over the whole area, and like a fairly easy area to put a bunch of paths as well. Do you guys see what I mean? This feels like a nice spot. So I think what I am quickly going to get to work doing is I'm going to go and cut down all of these trees, but also I need to flatten out this area because, I mean, like, yeah, I definitely can't put a train line on this sort of ground. And I think just like flatten it out probably around this Y level and maybe this far back or like a couple blocks further. Yeah, this seems good. And after that, I can talk to you guys about the design of this a little bit more because I think I've got a fun idea. For now, though, I just need to get to digging. Okay, so I've flattened out most of this area, and I think I've found the most satisfying thing in Minecraft. Is that not the most satisfying noise on Earth? Like, where did they get this shoveling snow sound? It's so nice. But yeah, so this is the area which I've cleared out, and I mean, it's fairly sizable, but it's not massive, honestly, and I think I'm definitely gonna take advantage of the fact that, like, some of this space around here is clear. So what it might be is that, like, rather than flattening out the terrain, I might sort of build a wall out here or something, just to support some other parts of a build. But so far, honestly, I really have to like this spot that I've picked out and everything. I think it's really good. But on to the actual design of the train station and everything. I think I want it to be made of wood. Like, I know that there's going to be stone in a bunch of the support builds and everything, but when I think of stuff that's like really festive and cute and cozy, it's normally made of wood. Like, you know, think of a cabin or something like that. It's all wood and everything. I don't think of much stuff that involves stone or like any sort of dry material like that. So I would quite like to make use of wood for a lot of the build and everything. Not to mention the fact that there's also Door 3 Door, which obviously sells wood, and I get that for free because I own the business. And as for the size of it, I really don't know how big it's going to be, but I have a design in mind, and I know that it's fairly big. So, like, if I say that the entrance to the station is, let's go right here or something, so it would be, I don't know, there? So it would be 7 blocks there, then a 3-block doorway and everything, then you've got a pillar, another pillar on that side as well, then another 7 blocks out and another pillar, and then once again, we do that on this side as well. And it results in a building that's about that wide, which maybe it's not as big as I thought. For some reason in my head, this is much bigger. I mean, it's definitely going to be a lot of resources and everything, but like, yeah, it's manageable. And also, I think I'm actually going to push it back to maybe about here or something. So yeah, actually, no, probably about that far back is what's going to be used, which does mean it's going to be pretty big, and I'm probably going to need to dig back more of that hill. But I think I will get to that issue once I actually need to. For now, I would like to actually get to work building some of this. But I think what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to dump a bunch of the resources that I've got. I can put this stone cutter down. Why do I just carry so much stuff in my inventory all the time? But I think I'll go and dump a bunch of that sort of stuff there, and I need to go and see how many logs I can carry. So let's see, I want some Darko, a whole bunch of oak, and probably a decent bit of mangrove as well. I'm also gonna grab some more oak, because I'm getting paranoid that it's not enough. Maybe another bit of dark oak. Oh wait, spruce as well, I'm gonna need some of that. I'm gonna take one more mangrove as well. And there we go, I've just left a sign saying like, hey, I'm the owner of the business and stuff, well, co-owner of the business, so it's not stolen. Don't worry, here's Yuri or Skipper. But, you know, I do feel like I have taken a decent bit here. Okay, right, we're back over here, and I'm gonna go and dump all of the wood in this chest. And I do think that whilst I would like most of this to be made of wood, I would still actually like some stuff. Oh, I didn't know 2-block snow layers would do that. I can't place things automatically on the snow layer. Oh, that's going to be annoying. But no, what I was saying is that whilst the majority of this build I'm hoping to be wood and everything, I would still definitely like some of it to be stone, so I'm gonna chuck some stuff in the furnace here. And right, so I'm not entirely sure of a floor plan for this and everything, but I do know what all of the materials are going to be for each individual part still. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm gonna get to work building some of this. I'll send you guys into a little bit of a time-lapse seeing it all, and then when it gets to a point where, like, I need to make a decision or something, I'll bring you guys back in on that. For now, though, you guys get to see me actually make some progress for one. Oh my gosh, it's a miracle. This never happens in my content. But right, I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, you know what? I'm really liking what we have here so far. And I think it does fit in on the mountain. Welcome back, everyone. It is actually the next day now, and we've actually had a few more people over here, so I can see that Cool's been messing with more snow golem. Cool, I don't know if all of these leads are supposed to be on the ground, but they are. But we have also had Luma over here at some point, and she was doing some, like, terraforming and planning over here, so as you can see, there's probably gonna be a bridge over this little bit of water. But this is what our train station looks like right now. I think I can get a better view of it in free cam and everything, and I really like this design. It's simple, it's cute, and I do feel like it fits in with the sort of winter feeling over here. However, it is not done. There is actually one very important part of my design for this build and everything, which I haven't included yet, and it is going to involve all of this glass. Now, I'm also going to need a bunch of stairs for this, but I'm not entirely sure how many. I'm going to go with just 20 for now, and I'm going to hope that that's enough, but I feel like it probably isn't. But the thing that I want to include on this build and everything... Oh yeah, by the way, thank you to Cool for, like, adding these details of the shelves and everything. I didn't think of this, but that is actually a really nice way of texturing it. But no, the thing that I want to add to this build and everything is actually a dome up in the top, made of glass, which is, of course, why I've smelted all of this. Because, number one, I don't know why, I just feel like train stations really fit having a dome or something. I really don't know why that's something that I think of whenever I think of, like, a train station in this style. Like, are train stations known for having, like, impressive glass domes on top, or is that just something that I weirdly associate with them? But I want to include a glass dome up on the top here, kind of for decoration, and also just to get some natural lighting in there and everything, because it's a fairly wide build, so it's difficult to light it all up. You know, that's why we've got just a bunch of torches all on the walls here and everything, and I don't like doing that, but, like, there's literally no way to light it up without them. So if I just go and clear away all of that snow and everything, and then I do need this to be central. Is this the center here? Yeah. And I think the easiest way to do this dome is honestly just kind of cut out a circle in the roof. Like, forget the whole height and everything, just cut out a circle shape. Because, in theory, if we cut out a circle shape, then even if, like, of course, it's going to arch back inwards and some of this roof needs to fill it in, we can, of course, just patch in the gaps and stuff. So, dropping down inside and everything, if we just look up, yeah, that's a circle. I mean, it's a little bit more of an oval sort of shape, but I think that's just kind of what works best for this, and annoyingly, I'm actually gonna need to go and get more dark oak, I've realized. Sorry, Yuri, but, like, it's in the name of Christmas. Alright, so I think basically we're gonna plan it out. So I'm still gonna do this, like, dark oak trim and everything around the base of the dome, and I think some of it's gonna be visible from outside. However, really, it's not gonna have anything here, I don't think. It's just sort of underneath the glass, if that makes sense. And it's gonna be a little difficult trying to work out where this trim is going to go and everything, because, like, we've got some areas where it feels like maybe there should be wood, but I don't think there needs to be. There's also, of course, the fact that the dome is actually changing shape as we go, so, I mean, like, let's see, that's probably the right shape there. In which case, then we've got to do another circle sort of around that. Actually, what does a circle this size look like even? So actually, I don't think that needs to be glass and everything, because yeah, it's on this level. So actually, the roof has already come in a bit by now, which means that there's actually going to be glass there, and it's sort of wrapping around the dome here. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know if my commentary is making sense here, because I don't think my brain is making sense trying to work this out. Why do I decide to put weird shapes in my build? What is wrong with me? Okay, right, that is the circle that makes up the top of the dome or something like that, yeah. And it's basically just a game of filling in everything in a bunch of circles. But then, it also doesn't look good just having, like, a plain glass dome with nothing supporting it from the top, so I'm gonna do these logs going up and over it. And I think I can do these nice and directionally, yeah. Right, and this bit is in line with the roof, so actually this doesn't need to come down. This needs to be a full block coming across. Because, yeah, that's filled in there, and this is filled in like that. And this is still hurting my brain. Please tell me I have got all of this correct. I mean, it looks correct from inside. That doesn't necessarily mean that it is correct, but also, I guess if it looks correct, then it's correct. It doesn't need to actually be correct as long as it looks correct. You know, I'd rather the build looks nice and aesthetic and everything than it's all mathematically worked out perfectly and it's actually wrong. Yeah. Yeah. It's good. I think I got it. I think I worked it out correctly. I mean, it was an absolute nightmare and I hated it, but I think that's right. But okay, can I find just like 2 blocks of granite or something? That is all I need. I just need 2 blocks of granite, I think. There's a cave here. There's a mob spawner here. Is there any granite? Please? I don't see any. Come on, I'm back at my base. Surely I've got some granite somewhere. I know that I am a hoarder. I must have this somewhere. Dude, come on. And I'm also gonna need a couple more stairs to round this all off. But if I do 1, 2, 3, and 4... then the copper bars here, I can do that there, and that kind of like gives it a bit of a point, and then we do that, and then on top of it all, we put a lightning rod, and not only is that gonna be some nice protection, but also... yeah, I think it just kind of gives it like a nice little point on top or something. It could maybe be better. I don't know, could do with some improvement or something, but also we might come along here and like put a bunch of Christmas decorations on top of all this stuff as well. So to be fair, if anything doesn't look good, it's got plenty of time to be worked on, and there we go. We can just go and wax it all so that it doesn't turn blue. And with that, I think our train station's done. For now, at least. It's definitely not like entirely complete because of course, well, there's no interior in it currently. And not to mention the fact that there's like not a train line here, but I think we have a really nice building, and hopefully this can kind of act as like a nice little sort of thing to nudge a bunch of other people to also work over here. You know, like there's at least something set up now, and also it may just turn into a storage room or something, because I mean, like, yeah, there's plenty of room in here to work with. So if anyone on the server wants to come and just dump a bunch of chests in here, go ahead, because the alternative is I'm going to dump a bunch of chests outside. But yes, so that is going to be the end of this video here. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. I really like that build. I just love train stations, honestly. And it's just started raining. Can I go and stand somewhere where there's snow? It'll be a bit nicer for the outro. Yeah, I think this is a really nice start to the Christmas district. Oh, it does look really pretty. I can't wait to see that, like, decorated with a bunch of lights, because there's different lanterns now as well. Oh my god. There's so many opportunities for this now. But right, I'm getting distracted. Thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully you have enjoyed, and I will see you all next time, where we're probably still going to be working on that, honestly. And I suppose, well, Merry Christmas. It is December after all. Oh, that reminds me, I need to get a Christmas skin. Huh.